Good evening and welcome to FSE TV. I'm Kate Murphy.
And I'm Andrew Pauling. Tonight on FSC TV, Sailing Club holds lessons, downtown parking garage opens, and the Senate acquits President Trump.
From Studio A on the campus of Florida Southern College, this is FSC TV.
As new sorority members are finishing their first week in their new organizations, fraternity recruitment is nearing its end. Here's Ariel Molinaro with more.
Looking back at this past weekend, 145 women ran home to the 6 Pan-Atlantic sororities on campus. After everyone ran home, I spoke with the director of Rho Gamma's, Carson Mitchell. This is what she had to say on the process.
So having recruitment deferred was a big change this year, but we're really excited about it because as you can see, it's gone super well. Everyone has found their home and we're really excited about it.
Looking ahead to this weekend, about 80 men are currently going through deferred recruitment. This number is slightly less than in previous years, and as the case with sorority recruitment, this can be attributed to the delayed recruitment. These men will run home to their new fraternities on Saturday morning. For FSE TV, I'm Ariel Molinaro.
Student government has developed a survey in conjunction with Florida Southern's social media team to improve the college's online experience. The survey is open to all students, and upon completion, you are automatically entered in for a $50 Visa gift card. Student body president Arjit Tipernini said, quote, "We want to see exactly what platform students prefer and what type of content students want to see," end quote. You can find a link to the survey in the description below, as the survey will conclude later this month.
This week, the Multicultural Student Council is honoring Black History Month with a wall of oppression in the Simmons Center. Students are able to write a letter about their personal experiences with oppression and post it on a wall which has been standing all week. Tomorrow afternoon, the wall will be torn down, symbolizing the oppression faced by students being broken down. One of Florida Southern's newer clubs, FSC Sailing, has begun holding lessons on how to sail. These 30-minute sessions will take place on the club's new boat, the sailing vessel Sea Snake, where students have the opportunity to learn how to rig, de-rig, and sail. Private lessons are available but requires a membership in the club, which is $5 per semester. The Polk Museum of Art at Florida Southern opens a new exhibit on Saturday entitled Music and Dance in the Painting of the Dutch Golden Age. Reams Landreth has more.
The Polk Museum of Art at Florida Southern College is set to open a Dutch Golden Age exhibit on Saturday. Music and Dance in Painting of the Dutch Golden Age fills both galleries and features 27 paintings.
It is easily the biggest exhibition we've ever done at the museum, both in terms of its scale, of the types of works we're showing, in terms of the cost associated with it, and in terms of what I think it represents for this community. These are 27 Old Master Dutch works coming to us from Europe, many of them coming to us from the Netherlands, and this is an extraordinary chance like none other we've ever been able to offer at the museum before.
The exhibit is in collaboration with the Hochstetter Museum Foundation, who collaborated previously with Rembrandt's Academy.
It's been 2.5 years since the concept was really germinating in our minds and it came together. So it's wonderful, and we have a great relationship with them now, and we hope that every few years we will be able to do another Dutch show with them on different themes.
The show is divided into 5 thematic chapters, tracing the influence and passion of dance and music throughout Dutch society. The exhibit is set to continue until May 31st, 2020.
In men's basketball news, the 6th-ranked team in the country picked up their 20th win of the season last night against Lynn, while women's basketball won their 4th consecutive game and 11th in conference play. Both teams are back in action on Saturday in the Jenkins Fieldhouse. Baseball has opened their season on a 4-game win streak and heads to Georgia this weekend to take on Columbus State. In men's golf news, the Matlock Invitational at Lone Palm Golf Course takes place in Lakeland this Monday and Tuesday.
The 836-spot Heritage Parking Garage in downtown Lakeland opened yesterday for use. The 6-story garage cost $11 million and was completed 1 month behind schedule. Most spaces have been reserved for use by investing companies, but 50 spaces will be available for public use during office hours at $1 an hour rate. An additional 200 spaces will be available for free public use on the weekend and during evenings. The garage is located 2 blocks south of Munn Park between Tennessee and Kentucky Avenues. Proposed plans for a new dog park on Lake Mirror hit some roadblocks on Friday as the discussions with the City Commission turned from design to parking. City Manager Tony Delgado said that there will be short-term growing pains when it comes to parking, but he anticipates the construction of parking garages to counteract the current lack of parking in the area. Lakeland's Parks and Recreation Department initially set the budget at $300,000, but after bids came in at double the price, Parks and Rec increased the budget to $400,000 and simplified the park's vision. The 27,000 square foot park is set to be located adjacent to the joinery and extend underneath the US 98 overpass.
Lakeland Live, a nonprofit arts venue in downtown Lakeland, has a new executive director with big plans for the organization. 28-year-old Nate Fleming wants to expand the venue from a music venue into a home for creativity. According to Fleming, one of the biggest obstacles is the change from performers using the venue for free to now having to pay for the space. Along with a desire to host improv comedies, plays, and art galleries, Lakeland Live plans to hold writing workshops and other creative classes. He said, quote, "Writing workshops, comedies, acting, any kind of art thing, that was always part of Lakeland Live's missions. We just hadn't gotten there yet," end quote.
The first in the nation Iowa caucuses hit a major hurdle on Monday as results were delayed due to inconsistencies in reporting. State Party Chair Troy Price released a statement saying, quote, "As precinct caucus results started coming in, the IDP ran through an accuracy and quality check. It became clear that there were inconsistencies with the reports," end quote. Results started to trickle in on Tuesday afternoon and were nearly all in yesterday afternoon. As of Thursday morning, the top 3 in the caucus were Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders, who were nearly tied with just over 26% of the vote. Elizabeth Warren was 8 points back with 18.2%. President Donald Trump won the Republican primary in Iowa with 97% support. President Trump delivered his third State of the Union address to a joint session of Congress on Tuesday night under the cloud of impeachment. The president spoke on his administration's success regarding the economy while proposing new legislation he would like passed, including health care. Trump also presented radio host Rush Limbaugh with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The night was underscored by a growing rift between the president and the Speaker of the House, which culminated with Nancy Pelosi tearing a copy of the address immediately after the speech.
In other news from Washington, the Senate formally acquitted President Trump on both charges on Wednesday. Utah Senator Mitt Romney was the sole Republican to cross the aisle, voting to indict the president on abuse of power. Before the vote, the senator said, quote, "Attempting to corrupt an election to maintain power is about as egregious an assault on the Constitution as can be made," end quote. Excluding Romney, the votes for both articles followed party lines. That's your news for this week. We'll be back with you next Thursday at 5 on FSC TV. I'm Andrew Pauling.
And I'm Kate Murphy. Until then, you can follow us on Twitter at TV_FSC or on Facebook at FSC TV.